Okay, so in the last video we have talked about about the CRISC and its domain composition, about the exam preparation and all. So now let's go into the details of the CRISC course. And before we delve into the course, we should really understand that why risk management is so important, because we will be seeing many of the details of this course and how practically this is required in companies organization, why it becomes so important for any company to deal with and mitigate all the risk. I'm going to show you some of the stats. So if you can see this stats which are obtained from statistica website. So you can see there are many different companies like Apollo, People Data Labs, Yahoo, Aadhaar from India, First American Financial Institution, Facebook. So you can see even many Fortune 500 companies, many banks or financial corporation, they are also become the victim, and they became the victim as well in the past days. And so every now and then you can see that even these big companies are not able to escape. They can't defend themselves when it comes to information security and the data. So when it comes to Apollo, 9,000 million of records are stolen uh, in the 2018. Then you can see 2019, 17, 18. So you can see there are many, even the China, Indian job seeker. So all of these stats. And so one of my reason to show you these stats is that that even big corporations are getting not able to sometimes defend their organization all the time, because there are many active hackers and attackers which constantly looking out the loopholes in your organization. So this becomes very important, when we are dealing or understanding the risk management or risk assessment course, that we need to look out all the verticals, and we can't keep, or we can't left out even a single loophole for the attackers. So I'll show you the second live cyber threat map. So you can see this is this is a live cyber threat map at a moment. So this is, I was captured on April 18, 2020, recently only. So you can see that top malwares were like botnet, phishing, and the backdoors. So you can see 8 million records were 8 million attacks are happening at a single moment and on this day so far. And so many countries are getting getting these threats from all over the world. So okay, so I'll show you some another stats from 2018. So you can see at a point in the first half of 2018, these were the numbers actually, the data breach actually. So you can even see that number of breaches incidents by industry, like healthcare, other financial, education, government. So there is no as such like a specific industry which is the only victim, but it actually across all the different verticals, across all the different industry, and you can see the numbers as well. And you can see less than 3% of breaches were secure breaches, where encryption rendered the stolen data useless. That means that only the 3% were actually the secure breaches. Otherwise, most of the time that the attacker got the access or able to hack the system actually. So the kind of breaches you can see, identity theft, malicious outsider, account access, financial access, existing data nuisance, and there are many all type of attacks are happening. And even you, if you want to see the stats globally on a global map, you can even see Europe 36 incidents, North America, Asia Pacific. So basically what I wanted to show you, what is one of the reason that I want to show you this slide, is that every time, every second, this number of attacks are happening in a single day at a single moment. And this becomes very important, if you are going, if you are a risk assessor or information security or the privacy guy in your organization, this becomes very important for you to manage all the risk, to keep monitoring all the risk, so that you can, keep your organization away from the attackers. Okay, so down the line, in our risk series course, I will be showing you that, like different dashboards, different ways of presenting, like risk assessments or the risk report to the management, which means, like like CISOs, CEOs, CIOs, board members. So you can see, like one of the ways of compliance report is that, this kind of map you can use. You can, in pictorial manner, you can, put all the domains, like, and can show the, organization, that how much you are already complied with, and how much you are actually, how much more you have to be, to comply with. Then you can, see one of the ways of showing number of vulnerabilities from on the scale of very low to critical is this one of the ways, like this. And maybe like risk management. So many of the, healthcare institutions, Fortune 500 companies generally, prefers to have, on a CMMI level, like from the initial to repeatable, defined, managed, and optimized. So you can see, like security policy, organization of information security, asset management, compliance. You can even show them, like to the board or the CISOs, that how much you are, on the scale of initial, repeatable, defined, with respective to the each domain. Okay, so metrics, KPIs and KRIs. So this is again become very important, when it comes to present to the board members and the CISOs and CIOs. So basically, they will be looking out, like how much we are secure, or are we secure or not. So this becomes very important. We can present, like the KPIs, KRIs, and combinedly, which help us to, get the value of key performance index, KPX. So we will be seeing, down the line, all of these things, like in the risk monitoring phase, that how actually we can, classify, how we actually calculate the KPIs, KRIs, and combinedly the KPX, and can present it to the board members and to the CISOs.